a sign from the YouTube. Let me know that we're up and running. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers Jedi Academy. We are back. Here it is, a nice, crisp Saturday morning. I'm your host, Ranger J 1999, welcoming you all into our really our only Q&A show that's completely Q&A. We have fun with our other streams, and we do Q&A, but this is a show all about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and it's all about answering your questions, and it's pretty simple. It's a Q&A show. You got questions, we're going to try to answer. We got a great panel. And it's pretty simple. If you have a question, put your question into the chat. Now, there is a format that we ask you guys to use when if you have a question. And that is to put the word question for your actual question statement. I scoop up the questions. So if you have a question, put that in the chat. I will scoop it up and we'll read it out in the order that it comes. Now, if you'd like to get one done sooner than later, pop a super chat. You can do that as well. Help support the channel. Again, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, all that stuff, and do the same thing for these other folks that'll be joining for the Jedi Academy and to support their channel and stuff. But that's pretty much how it works. Now, last couple weeks we've had an inundation of questions. That's okay. If we don't get to your question, it's okay. Most of the time people ask questions that you're mainly thinking about. However, if you get a question that you really need, you can either do two things. You can join our Discord and you can put it in our Q&A, tag me or tag somebody in there from RSG in the Q&A section of our Discord. Or if you really want, you can just message me directly, Ranger J 1999. I'll be more than glad to answer your question. Now, I may not respond immediately, but I will respond. Don't you worry. I'm very good about that. I think that's important. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, grab your coffee, grab your croissants, grab your dinner, wherever you are in the world, whatever you need to grab. Get in here, relax, and let's have a great discussion. Joining me is a blast from the past. I was walking through old England, and I was sitting on Father's Guy, sitting on Star Road. It's the Smithy D.
Hey.
Look who it is.
How's everyone doing?
Hey,
it's been a while.
I know, man. It's been a hot New York minute, man. You guys don't know, and there's some new folks in here. Smithy D is the OG founder of Jedi Academy and member. He came to me one day many years ago and said, "Oi, Ranger." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I got this idea." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "I want to create just a panel of all the content creators and stuff." And I was like, "Right, how's that gonna work?" So it was me, Smithy, Warrior, and a couple of folks. Then we set it up and started the Jedi Academy on Saturdays. And then unfortunately, Smithy had to stop playing not too long after that. But we've been running for him, but we always make sure that Smithy gets the credit, well deserved, that came up with this crazy concept. And
cheers, bro.
Yeah, thanks. 4 years of me doing this, you bastard.
Yeah, same reason why I had to pass the mantle on. I normally have my kids on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Here you go, Ranger.
Well, here you go. We started. It's all yours. Like, oh, gee. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Right. Thanks for nothing, you bastard.
Even you don't get the lion on Saturdays anymore. But this was 3:00 in my time, so it was in the middle of the day at prime time for me. So it's even worse, if it was at the morning, I could bash out a bit of Jedi Academy, then go about my business. But it was literally, I'd have my kids, I'd be like, shh, be quiet. Or, I can't go out today because I've got Jedi Academy, or I've got to stay in, it's really sunny today. I've got Jedi Academy. Yeah. I need to be back by 3:00. I've got Jedi Academy.
But yeah, we're glad to have you here. So we got the Smithy D, and I'm sure it takes our other panelists, if they're going to be on a hot New York minute, to get their ass in here, because it's Saturday morning. I mean, it's hard for me to get up this early. It's hard for me to get. I
told him I'm coming here. That's it. I was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
You're being force choked that way, force pushed that way. Yeah. So I don't know if they can make it.
They were just laughing. They were pretending, like
Super Smithy D.
Yeah, well, see what had happened, Smithy D, is like they pretended that you were using the Force. You know, like when your kids start using the Force, you pretend like you're choking. That's what they were doing for you, buddy. I'm sorry, I didn't want to burst your bubble on that, but I feel like I can't lie to you, and I just wanted you to know that that's
Oh
what
no.
happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smithy.
Oh.
I'm sorry. All right. All right. So, what we like to do, Smithy, you know how this goes, is as we get the questions in, everybody's slowly making their way in. We'd like to discuss what's on everybody's mind about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes this past week. And don't forget today, guys, it's double drops today and tomorrow, the 14th and 15th. And then a quick programming note, as soon as we get done here on the Jedi Academy in 2 hours, I'll have a quick break, and then I'm going to go do my GAC over on Twitch. Anybody that's on the panel is more than welcome to hang out in the Zoom, and so I go do my GAC. And we will knock it out over on Twitch and have some fun with that. But this week in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, Smithy, we got the Executor kit.
Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah, the one and only. It looks OP as bloody hell, which we kind of warned about. As I said, we've been kind of pushing folks to try to, if you can, try to get this ship because I said it weeks ago with Cubs that this was going to be an OP ship. He said he's been screaming from the Raptors that he thought that this was going to be OP, and I was like, yeah, I think you're right. And so we finally got the kit. The requirements we knew even before them because of the road ahead, and we knew how steep the relics were going to be and stuff. But now that we've seen the kit, that came out this week. So if you wanted to, that's on your mind, you can ask questions about that. I will begin the ship. I don't know what the plan. I need to get Loki's ass in here and nail down some times for you guys, because I think we may do GAC Sunday night into Monday morning for me. Loki will still probably be Sunday early evening, but we'll do GAC right into the event, I think, because I think the event's unlocking, if I'm not mistaken, if my math is correct, and God knows that my math is never wrong. Yeah, it usually is. It's supposed to come out like 2 a.m. my time. So it's going to be one of those early morning things where I want to kill Loki because he's like, come on, man, we can do it. It's like, oh, jeez. Just like when we did the gas event. But there's that. We know Conquest will be coming around the corner. We're going to get the kit from Maul eventually here sometime this month. We also know that Lord Vader is around the corner. We got the new requirements for Vader. Holy moly, is it steep. Oh man, another Relic 8. What's going on? But Smithy, you're getting your groove back on. You're getting back in. What are you feeling? What are you seeing? What are you thinking? What's on your mind? What stood out to you this week? And the Smithy D is not there. He's so overwhelmed. Smithy, if you're talking right now, you're muted. Okay, the Smithy D is not there. He's there, but he's not there. All right. So, that being said, if you have any thoughts about any of that stuff, feel free to ask. Is Smithy D back or?
Yes.
No? Okay. All right. That's okay. I know you're in the middle of work and stuff. So, but real quick question: everything that's going on this week, Smithy, what's on your mind? What made you go with all the news this week?
Oh yeah, the Super Star Destroyer. I probably sat there and thought that the devs probably had some real fun. I wish I was there creating that with them, because it just seems like they had a checklist and they just make sure that they marked off every single fleet checklist that it can't defeat it. And I bet that probably was fun creating that, like, let's destroy everything, and the kit's phenomenal. It is, but I'm looking at it on the bright side. Fleet sometimes, it takes up a bit of time climbing. I'm kind of looking forward to that fleet vacation where I don't have to, if I know I can't beat this and it's not natural for me to beat it, with the tools that I've got, then I'm going to take a break because I'm personally not going to sit there. Well, when I say take a break, it's just fleet. I'm not personally going to sit there and take top 10, refresh to get to top 10, because you got to think, if you got 10 players in your shard with a Superstar Destroyer, then everyone's going to be fighting over top 10, but you don't really get good rewards from it. So I might just do a couple top 50, get 50 crystals, but it could potentially cost more to just get into that sweet spots between 10 and 20, so see how it goes. But that's my main, and I think I'm gonna get it, but I'm not gonna have it day one.
I will have it.
I'm not sweating.
I'll have it day one. I've got the character set up. The ships are done. It's been such a happy feeling, Smithy, to not have to farm any ships right now. I'm so happy. It's so nice because I went through hell. Especially getting the Sith Bomber and Fighter. I was like, oh God, will I ever be done with these stupid farms because it's so bad, the drop rate. But I got those done. So I got all those done. But I'm going to go. It makes sense, right? I think we can unlock it with the refreshes and everything. So I'm going to well out a little bit, but it's actually not a bad well. I mean, typically a marquee character is $300+ easily to do this, and
works out just over $100.
Yeah, probably 100 to 100. I'm thinking about 50. Mostly 140, $150 at the most you'll spend for it, right?
7-star.
Yeah, I don't know what the pack will, all the packs that'll be associated with it. But once those come out, then, I'll well out and get it. Refresh the attempts, that kind of thing, and
isn't the attempts unlimited, or they used to be?
It's 20. You can do 20, and so that gets you pretty close. I think you need the pack to finish at the 7 stars and stuff like that. I think they'll have the crystal thing in there where it's like $12.99 or something like that. We'll see what happens that's which packs will be available and stuff. I mean, if I can get it to 7 stars, I will do that. I know Loki's planning on doing the same thing, so we'll unlock it. We'll well out a little bit on it and get it done because I think the ship is going to be gross. Especially in GAC, I want to have it ready, and I'll have saved up all my ship credits to take it to max everything, and then throw that thing on defense and not think about it anymore. Like, oh, I've got Executor. You don't. I'm gonna put that on defense, and I'm just going to move on from that. So, and it, obviously what it does with bounty hunters is disgusting. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right. Any new requirements for GL Vader? I mean, I know you're a Luke boy, but we haven't seen his kit yet, but we did get the requirements. We have 11 of the requirements right now. There's 3 G8s, a bunch of Relic 7s, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree on this sucker. What are your thoughts on the requirements there, Smithy D? Are you going for Lord Vader? Are you even close? What are you working on right now?
Yeah, so I'm probably 90 shards away from finishing Bow, and then I've got all the Relics gear to do Kenobi, and then it's Superstar Destroyer, because again, I think the game's going to be, for a short period of time, or how many months, is going to really be centered on this ship. Like, you've got Galactic challenges, it's going to require ships, and I'm sure it's probably going to be in there that you need to one shot or something crazy like that, and then obviously GAC. So yeah, that, I think that's priority. And then Vader afterwards, because at that point I've got 3 GLs with Kenobi. Hopefully, Kylo Ren's going to beat him or someone else, and hopefully Summer, and it isn't going to affect that arena too much. And I can't imagine too many people, unless they're pure Krakens and wailing out hard, that they'll have in day one. So it could probably be put aside, and no one's going to have more for day one as well. So the requirements, I think they're pretty fair so far. I don't think they're too crazy. Some of them tie in with other GL requirements, except for the Bad Batch. But again, Bad Batch is such an awesome team. So I'm happy that it's that instead of something like a bunch of Tuskens or something that I'm never going to use. So yeah, it's a top tier meta team for GAC and other game modes, except for kind of arena at the level where I'm at. But yeah, Bad Batch, I'm digging that, even though the Kairos they take.
Oh, brother, let me tell you something, man. I'm getting them up right now, and let me just tell you something. The
It's like
Cairo stuff
2,000,
is
isn't it, for the 14?
ridiculous. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing Omega, but
Omega.
Omega. But yeah, it's pretty gross. It's absolutely. I mean, between Kenobi Cat and the Bad Batch, I mean that's so far. And I've got the only one I haven't done yet is Wrecker, and I'm about to do him right. That's what 1100. 15, 19, 23, 20, 3,000. I'll be just for those characters, or 2,700, I think, for those characters alone. And that's not including, the ones I still have to take up to Relic, which will be Dooku, Zam, Embo, and Tusken Raider. Those all have to be Relic. So that's another 400 Kairos. So that's definitely over 3,000 Kairos that I'm doing, for all these characters right there. Plus there's some more coming. So, it's steep, man. The Cairo crunch is for real. It's for real, bro. Oh my god, it's so bad, dude. So, yay!
Oh yeah, we need a Sam and Embo as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So the new ones was Dooku, Zam, Ambo. The two echoes. So you have
echoes,
the two echoes. One going to Relic 7, and the other one going to Relic 5, which is the Bad Batch version. So, I mean, it's steeper than what Kenobi was. So it's already got one more Relic 8, and just like wow, just with the Bad Batch, it's making this GL very, very, very steep. You get a lot of great stuff out of it, but man, is it steep. It's super
My
steep.
My worry is tier 3 of the requirements is either going to need the Superstar Destroyer.
No, I don't think Executor is going to be part of it. Cat's a possibility. My guess is I think Asajj and Barrish are going to be two of the next requirements. I already know Gas is one. I think Malevolence is my high top pick and high percentage. That's going to be the requirement. It's going to be Malevolence.
What about Anakin's Starfighter?
I thought about that one, but he's not even a requirement for this. So I was like, no. They've always done it. Last one was a capital ship. I think they'll stick with the Malevolence, and then we've got. I think it's going to be Bears, Asajj, and one more that you can debate on. Maybe Rex or Snips or something along those lines.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be Cat because
you think so?
That character. Yeah, that character interacted with him.
He did
at the final moment.
That's why I said you can't poo-poo the idea. You need Cat, so you're gonna have to do Conquest.
And if they can put Bad Batch in there that only hung around with him for like 10 minutes or so, I think Cat is a strong possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You can't dismiss it. So rewarding those that got it, and then telling people that hey, Conquest, you need to work on this. I mean, because Kenobi didn't have anything like that, but then again, we didn't have a character like Kat in the game yet. She was coming out. We had just done Razor Crest, and we were working on her. She hadn't been unlocked yet, so it makes sense, right? So, all right, we are getting ready for the questions. Are you ready for some questions there, Smithy? I'll just read it. We can answer. You can give your thoughts, and I'll do the same. And let's rock and roll. All right, let me see. Who is the first question? Darsign 1972, question from the panel. He says, I think why free-to-play gets upset is the gear crunch since everything now is high relics. If CG added stun guns, cuffs, gold eyeballs, the daily challenges, it would help gear at least to 12. Yeah, I've been kind of saying that for a while. The gear crunch is real in this game, Smithy. The Kyrtex are the Kyrtex, fine. But yeah, it's still... If they did add those, I agree with this statement. If you did add gold eyeballs or black eyeballs, or whatever you want to call them, stun guns, stun cuffs, to the challenges, right? On top of everything else that's there, that would help out tremendously. You want to keep Kyrtex the same way, fine, but add this other stuff that's like older gear that people are still having to farm their ass off.
Well, they need to add it to the challenges.
Yeah.
So the daily challenges, like Kairos, are basically the new Carbantes from like 2 years ago. That imagine when was it GK that required like 500 of them Carbantes?
Well, if Smithy, when you get your new Lord Vader, just remember Tusken Raider takes 400.
What?
Yeah. They're still there. Carbantes are still a thing, buddy.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, Cubantes. Oh, I got like 2,000 of them. I thought you
Uh,
were on about Cairo.
oh no, Cairo, Texas are a
But
different
yeah, the
story.
older
Let's leave those.
characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, older characters were the Cubantes. But yeah, I thought he was on about Kairos. I was like, what? More Kairos? But yeah, I think they need to add it to challenges. I think that even if you're getting like 20 a week, it's still 20. You know, it's
It
still,
helps, right?
you know, yeah, every little
Yeah.
helps at the end of the day.
I mean,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, they've done a lot of good quality of life stuff here recently, and made some changes, and it's been really good. But someone addressed the gear crunch, right? And it's legit, right? They said they changed Kairos out for the newer characters, so you didn't have some of this other gear. But the problem is all these other characters that are older still require a buttload of a lot of them stun gun, stun cuffs, stun and Corbantes, right? While you're working on them, because you need these characters, some of them for Galactic Legends and things of that nature. And if you're a newer player, you still feel that crunch because you're going through that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, other than the Carbantes, the stun guns, stun cuffs, and the black eyeballs, man, those are big deals. Those are really legit needed for a lot of stuff still. Even for, like, the relics and stuff, it's still a part of that mix of gear you have to get. So, I like your suggestion there, Darcian. Okay, next question from Ziglet's Haint. All right, Ziglet, you're in Haint form today. Okay, let's see how that plays out. He says, question, how excited are you for the Fleet Galactic Challenge on Monday? Yeah, we did get that. There's going to be a Galactic Challenge that's a Fleet. How you feeling about the old Fleet Challenge there, Smithy D?
What fleet? Oh,
The new Galactic
yeah, the
Challenge.
Galactic
Huzzah!
Challenge. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Hopefully, it's not too tailored towards the Superstar Destroyer. Well, that would suck tremendously.
You know they're going to do that. They did that with Bad Batch
Yeah.
when they first came out. They did that with all the banned characters when they first came out. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it ruins the game a little bit because from what I heard or seen, it is what tier 1 to 3 is going to be characters, and then the rest is ships. Hey, great if you've got the new ship, great if you love ships. However, I think there's just generally there's just more characters to play around with, and taking that away kind of makes the game stale because you could probably just do 1 to 4. You're having to do double the battles essentially by going in with characters on 1 to 4, even though it'll probably be like 10 seconds. You've got a relic team, it'll be over because they're going to be so low geared. But the ships part of it, I'm not really looking forward to it because I don't know. I just think it's going to be tailored to a little bit too much towards the new capital ship. It'll be like one of the feats probably be like instantly kill 3 or more enemies or something. So that's going to rely on an ultimate in 1 turn or something, or destroy the enemy capital ship. And I think it might be a bit.
Well, I mean,
tedious in that way.
It just it's one of those things where it's like, it is what it is. I don't think we're shocked anymore, and it's like trying to tell players, like we just had the latest one was Ewoks. I'm like, okay, I get my tier 9 box. I usually get tier 10, but I'm like, I'm not taking my Ewoks up. Mine are like gear 10 and 11. I haven't touched them, and I can't because I'm working on all this other stuff. So it's like. I'll be glad to take my tier 9. I can get a lot of the feats done, but yeah. So I can see, as a player, you're gonna have to do the best you can and take what you can on those days, and just it sucks because the tier 10 box, if you can get it, gives you all that slice of materials. The lesser boxes give some, but not as much, and so you're kind of not getting as much as you're used to. So, all right, What else in the 3 says questions? Cum interviewed Miller and Crumb. They talked Executor but being badass and having higher requirements because of it. GL Vader has higher requirements. Would that mean he's gonna be stronger than the other GLs, even GMK? I don't think he's gonna be stronger than JMK. I do think he's gonna be ridiculously powerful. What do you think on this, Smithy?
Yeah, I think well, how they kind of introduced in the road ahead was Maul's going to take Vader to the next level. So I think it's going to be like they refer to the kind of like the Executor Superstar Destroyer at 4-star compared to a 7-star, where 4-star would be done beatable by a top fleet, maxed out fleet. So I think Vader's going to be day one. I think there's going to be some works and tweaks around it, and that's mainly going to be probably Jedi Master Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
But and then when you start putting Maul in there, that affects both GK, you're going to get double effects, aren't you? Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have the two Kenobis. It depends how his kit plays out. You know, if it's Empire Sith, if it's basically his ultimate is could based on how much damage he takes, and he just nukes. And if he nukes and if he just instant kills, does like a basically Annihilus, he's just going to wipe out the entire enemy team. So he could just be like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
So I think Rey might have a good chance, but it depends how much it hits for. If it hits over their health, and if it's an instant kill, then only Rey's going to be standing, and I think Anakin would probably wipe her up. To be fair, after that.
I mean, you think just because of how much the requirements are that these characters are going to be a little bit more powerful. That's a great question that you brought up. How much of an impact? How good will Anakin, Lord Vader, Volcano Anakin, whatever you want to call him, how good he's going to be without Maul, right? How good is that Geo going to be without him, and then how good is he going to be with him, right?
Yeah,
so those are the things.
Requirements.
Yeah. I mean,
I think based on requirements, and I'll be honest, I went a little bit off topic or a lot of topic on that question. I think requirements is just based down to the state of the game and where we are compared to where we were with Kylo. There was no Relic 8. I'm sure if Kylo was brought out now instead of Anakin, he would have similar requirements,
right?
Pretty much Relic 8. So I think it's just the state of the game that they obviously want people to keep farming away, spending if they want it quicker. And I don't necessarily think it's about power level to have high requirements. I just think it's where the game's at is over GLs were like what Relic 3s were a lot of them. Now it's gone to Relic 5s is kind of like the new, and Relic 8s. When Relic 9s comes out, GLs are probably going to require new ones anyway. Are going to require Relic 9. So I don't think it determines the power level, but just more the state of the game that they have to. Because again, Dooku, if you said Relic 7 Dooku, then it's what one up from SSE, and a lot of the characters are probably going to be cross-examined between each other. That this character is going to be needed, like Vader, for example. You know, he's in multiple GLs. So I just think, yeah, they're always going to have to put it higher to stop everyone just unlocking everything by 3 GLs.
Yep, I agree. All right, next question from Nathan H. He says, was Galactic Chase as exciting for you as it was for me? I did not do this recent Galactic Chase because I had the ship already squared away. What about you, the Smithy D?
I did it, and that's Galactic Chase is the fleet. Is that right, with the double drop song?
Yes.
Right, yeah. Yeah, still didn't unlock it though. It's nearly there, nearly 5-star, but I probably got about 100 shards maybe from it.
But you
didn't get it.
You didn't get it. Yeah. Yeah, I did not participate in the Galactic Chase. Huzzah, the greatest event ever. But, no. But,
it was fun.
Yeah.
Getting free stuff.
Yeah.
Getting other free stuff like gear and stuff. But yeah, I liked it.
All right, next question, Darsign 1972 says, question for Ranger, since Executor will be OP, will you now climb higher in Fleet Arena? Does this make ships feel at least a little bit more fun for you? A little bit. You know, I mean, it'll be fun to play with the new toy, and I will climb higher in Fleet, because if I've got the Fleet, why not, right? I'll spend a little bit more time. The reason I just don't do anything with Fleets is I find them monotonous and boring. Not that Arena isn't either, but, you know, with Arena, it is what it is. More people try to be more competitive in Ship Arena. Because it's easier to be competitive in Ship Arena. So if I have an advantage, I will climb and get more crystals and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I will take advantage of that. I still think we need more ships. You know, that's my thoughts. I mean, Smithy, you said you're going to finish up JMK and then go for the fleet. Are you going to be more involved with fleets again? Because you said earlier previously that you weren't. But once you get the ship, will you become more active again in it?
I'm currently active at the minute in Fleet. So I probably have been for the last probably 3 weeks, getting like number 3 because that's where my payout is. But prior to that, I didn't really play it too much because it was just, I guess it's stale, very time consuming. If you're having to do like 7-8 battles an hour after your payout, and
Mm-hmm.
depending on your kind of like fleet shard, there's definitely rules and regulations of when you can climb, who you can hit. But yeah, when you got a bad boy ship like the Super Star Destroyer, you're probably going to only have to do 2 battles because you're probably going to sit in the same position overnight. So I guess that would incentivize. Well, that would definitely make you want to just play fleet for 2 battles. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Next question. Let me see here. Nathan's question: should the executioner Fox be upset that there is now a ship with almost the same name? Sounds like a copyright infringement to me. No.
Why didn't they call it Super Star Destroyer anyway?
Well, it's the actual name of the ship. You know, I mean, it is a.
That's what they call it
The
in the
class
movies,
is a
isn't it?
Super Star Destroyer, but there's been multiple Super Star Destroyers in Star Wars
Yeah.
universe. So it's like the Star Destroyers had their specific name. Like we have Executrix and we have the Chimera and stuff. So that's all it is. It's like it's like in the real world. It's like you have an aircraft carrier. There's plenty of aircraft carriers, but they'll have a name, Enterprise, stuff like that. So, yeah. Darth Raki TGS is question: considering all the new changes in the Bounty Hunter squad, more valuable than Darth Revan and Padme teams, because bounty hunters are needed for SLKR, GML, JMK, and Lord Vader. That is 4 out of 6 GLs requiring bounty hunters in the ships too. Is the bounty hunter squad more valuable than the other teams now? That's a great question. I mean, if we're being real, bounty hunters can do a lot of stuff for you. Their values kind of gone up there a little bit, Smithy D, because not only bounty hunters, especially at high relic, now that you need all these characters at these high relics, not Zam, but the other ones, they're gross. You could take out Darth Revens and all these other teams, right? I mean, just go watch Vince Hill do his stuff, and Loki. I mean, he's used bounty hunters many times to take out Darth Revan teams and 5s and things of that nature, and take out a bunch of other teams. It's a great question.
Bounty hunters have to be faster though than Revan.
Yeah, it's but mods are mods, right? I mean, everything comes down to mods. I don't care how many relics you have in a character. If you don't have the mods for the team, then you got to keep working on mods. But yeah, they're bounty hunters. I mean, you talk about Boba Fett having to be Relic 8. His new changes to his ships are really nice, but he hits he can one-shot stuff at Relic 8. I mean, Django does it at Relic 7. I've seen people use, like, I think in 3s, I think it was Loki, used Django's solo to, is faster than the Darth Revan team and just wreck the crap out of it, and stuff like that. So I've seen crazy stuff with the bounty hunters at high relics. That being said, do we think that for farming purposes, now that they have this ship, now that they're getting these high relic requirements for all these other galactic legends, is bounty hunter as a team maybe you start farming sooner rather than later as a new player? I mean, what do you think, Smithy?
As a new player, probably not. I'd probably say you could get the shards double, but I think it's a tough one because they don't currently. You've got C3PO, isn't it, that they unlock, and it's when they really get up to high power relics is where they're a lot better. And obviously you'd have to get Kreef and get Mando as well. Bosk's ship has, since day one it's released, is the best ship in fleet that's plug and play, that can literally go into any team, and it's a tank that is very tanky, and the new capital ship's just going to take it to new heights. I don't know. If I started the game tomorrow, I don't know if it would be bounty hunters. I'd probably work towards arena GLs, because again, there's probably, if you joined a fleet, there's probably not going to be anybody that's going to be pretty close, unless they're like a pure Kraken,
right?
Big whale that's going to have the new capital ship. I'd probably focus more towards just getting what you can to try and get the crystals. But bounty hunters, it's a good shout. But again, I think the requirements, you're going to need Vader. I think it might be to focus all that in one team. You could build an awesome bounty hunter, like superstar destroyer fleet, but then you're going to be at a loss in the arena because there's people then are probably going to be working towards the first GL, and you're probably going to get smoked. So you would be then taking advantage of one side, but you'd be neglecting the other.
Yeah.
So it's a mixed bag. I think maybe it's best for going for it as a long term, as a side deal, because you're going to need a lot of relics. And that's the main thing, where you could run a Kenobi ship without relics. You could run it at like 5 stars. You could have like General Grievous's ship. That's probably more viable for a newer player.
Right.
But I think the long term should be that your big focus should be going on to the new ship, and build the old for kind of like GAC, but use it as like a placeholder to get your crystals. But then don't invest way too much into it.
Yeah.
Sort out one side and just balance it of what resources you're getting back. Don't overinvest in one, because you're gonna then, as a free to play, you're not gonna be able to build the other side.
Yeah. It's that balance, but yeah, I mean, they're needed for a lot of GLs now and stuff, but and Bounty Hunters are still a really good team. So if you did get the GLs, I think you go for those first, and then as you get to mid-tier, maybe start thinking about the Bounty Hunters, because they've got their new ship, and you can there's requirements not only for Chewbacca and all this other stuff, but with all these GLs, they unlock a lot of stuff. They've gone many different paths. Go through some of the Bounty Hunters. They are required. All right, here. Nathan H. says, question, how do you use the characters required for Gucci or Viagra Pops in your squads? I don't have Viagra Palps. Do you have
Viagra Palps? I ain't heard that one before.
Yeah.
I don't have SSC.
I don't either. I mean,
what's the question? All I heard was Viagra Palps.
Yeah, I know, right? It says, how do you use the characters required for Gucci or Viagra Palps in your squads?
Okay, like Dooku, I take it. Maul. So Maul you use with a Dart for Evan in a 3v3. Solid choice.
I think,
Relics.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Or use it on a fence. So is he asking like the general requirements of what you kind of have to relic up?
Well, yeah. So the characters you get for like using Palpatine, there's a lot of crappy ones in there. I'm sorry, there just is. I mean,
yeah.
Dooku's solid. And if
Dooku's
solid because you can put him on your team and get some good banner stills, right?
Teams, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Royal Guard, I mean, you can use him, but he's not great.
Terrible.
But I mean, Stark, Piet, those characters for the Imperial Troopers are fantastic. Krennic is absolute garbage. I'm trying to think of. I mean, when you think about it, you're just like, not really feeling.
Troopers. So you have Troopers. They're solid A.
They're still really good.
Krennic was terrible when he come out, and he's
still terrible. Sidious Relic 7 sucks. I think he still sucks. Maul's. I'm sorry, Maul's not that good. I mean, I see people that have it.
Only his lead is good.
None of his lead's good. I go in there with teams just.
Do you not use him with Dart for Evan and Basti?
No, not at all. Not even remotely.
He tricks people in JSC.
Yeah, Marauder's really good, but that's just because the damage you put him under with Darth Revan, that dude can one-shot stuff. We talked about Count Dooku. If you have him, High Relic, he's really good. Jedi Anakin, fantastic character. Grand Admiral Thrawn, fantastic character and ship. Tarkin's okay. He can be used. Veers and Stark, we talked about in the Imperial Trooper team, are outstanding, right? And along that line, Piet is outstanding as well.
But all of those we just mentioned, we wouldn't advise you to use it with SSD.
No, I mean, usually see you go in there with it. If you want to use those characters in 3s and 5s like a backline team, you know, it's totally fine. Troopers are a different story. You keep those suckers for offense and go kick that ass, right? Especially with Dark Trooper, he is unbelievable. But yeah, these other ones, it's like you hardly touch them. You know, you just never use them. I mean, if I do see like a mall team with those characters or something along those lines, they'll be in the back typically, because it's like, okay, this stuff's in the back. Did you keep stuff declared? It can be a little annoying, but you know, C stuff it's some of it's outstanding, some of it's like bleh. So you can do a mall team. It can still banners. It can be an annoying team. You know, it's really all you're doing it for. You're not expecting holes with it.
C is more of an offensive GL, isn't it? Where you
can absolutely. You don't put C on defense. Now there's some changes coming up. Maybe that changes. Yeah, I mean, there's some changes coming to him. Maybe he becomes a little bit more potent on defense. But yeah, for right now, he is totally offensive. You go in there with Watt and C and maybe a couple tanks, whatever team you go in with, and you go destroy Rays and all that other stuff, right? Can have problems with Kylo, but not many people put Kylo on defense, so I mean, you're not going to be too worried about that.
He's a good solo character, isn't he, as well?
Yeah.
You can build like 2 teams with First Order as well.
Yeah, I mean, the other ones you can do pretty well with some of the requirements. I mean, there's still other requirements in the other GLs that you're kind of like, Rose Tico, eh? Mace, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually used Mace the other day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. He wasn't too bad. You know what? It wasn't too bad under Jedi Luke's lead. Not Jedi Luke, sorry, Jedi Master Luke lead, because I just used the special ability, and I was like, get in there, Mace, you're doing over 70k damage. But you can't do that with, you know, on a normal day.
No, he's oh boy.
Yeah, Ayla Secura used them in TB.
No, Ayla Secura is really good. She's a hell of a good character, especially in TB, absolutely, because of her stuns. Yeah. Not as effective when you get to tier 3 and tier 4, or phase 3 and phase 4. You know, it's like, ugh. You just don't land anything on. I mean, unless it's a guaranteed thing, like, you know, Jedi Knight Luke's stun. It's landing debuffs on those NPCs is just, oh Christ, it's brutal.
Resisted. Resisted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the phase now. It's really phase 4 for me now. It's where it gets tricky. Like yesterday, I did a lot of my battles on the lunch stream. So we're doing Dark Side TV. So I beat the Cam mission. I 4-for-4 the Jedi mission. Now that I have Jedi Master Kenobi, I 4-for-4 GK. I used Rey with Cat for fun, and that worked out really well. 4-for-4. Did Rebels, got to the final battle, got horrible RNG, went 3 or 4. That was the only one I went 3-for-4 on, but beat the ship. So it's really now, as guilds are progressing, I noticed with mine, we're progressing toward, you know, phase 4. However, we know we can't get higher stars because of the ship GP. So it's, you know, but it's getting easier and easier with the new characters, with their kits, things of that nature to beat these things. So, but yeah, when we talk about GLs, man, there's some characters and tunes that are amazing in those, and there's some you're just like, yeah, you're ranker food. Rose, you get your ass in there and you go in the sea pit. You go get eaten. You suck. Mace, you get your ass.
It'll probably leave Mace till last.
Mm-hmm. So, oh my God, it's so bad. All right, let's see here. Next question. Fatality V2 says, question: the devs said they will have more Galactic chases soon. Do you think this is going to be punishing? One as they mention it by the name in the interview? Punishing one? I don't know. I mean,
Dengar's ship, isn't it?
Is that what it's going to be? I hope not.
Dengar, yeah. Dengar's ship's punishing one.
I like Here's my thing about Galactic Chase. Aha! Galactic Chase, the greatest adventure ever! Huzzah! I like the concept. Problem is, the drop rates in the RNG are so poor that it's so frustrating to go for.
You can't get double the drops of nothing. You know what I mean?
It's so bad, man. It's so disheartening.
Guaranteed drops would be a lot better.
Yeah, 0 times 0 is still 0. If you go for the big push on that and you still get 0, it sucks. It sucks bad. It's not fun.
It would. Dengar's a relic needed as a relic 5 anyway, so
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll
welcome the new
get his
ship.
ship. Yeah, I'll work on it, right? But I mean, it's like if it's a Galactic Chase, I've actually done the Galactic Chase and gone for something. I'm like, I'm not even gonna sniff this damn thing. The drop
Did
is.
you remember tournaments
Oh
when
God,
they
let's
were
not bring.
released?
Oh my God.
Was it Sharut and Shore Trooper?
Oh
Remember how
yeah.
many
Oh
years
yeah.
ago where that was?
That's,
And how much refreshes that you'd do, and then there'd be people cheating. Yes,
oh
they
yeah.
cheated,
Oh yeah.
changing their team for teammates and stuff. And I think that's why it got scrapped. But yeah, I think, and that's how you got Vader's Advance, weren't it? I think I got that 6 stars from that.
Yeah, that was one of them too. I mean, I like some of the ways that they've been doing. Conquest has been a new way to get characters that are, instead of just the old marquee event, and it keeps an interest in Conquest. I thought they do give character shards and the challenges too at the lower tiers, if I'm not mistaken, or they did. Those are creative ways to get characters into the game and stuff like that. You have your marquee here and there. They got to make their money, but the Galactic Chase, man, I don't enjoy it. I mean, if I'm just being honest, because it's so
Yeah,
frustrating.
you're like a pure whale, though, ain't it? You just like rather just purchase it straight up, just like.
Or have know the path, because Galactic Chase is like what you have to do. You're just hoping that you get good RNG, but the drop rate percentage is so bad that players are frustrated all the time, because it's like they'll spend money and on these chases, and unless they go bananas.
It's like a casino, isn't it? It's like a gamble.
Yeah, it really is, and it's for me. I just don't bother with it. It's one of those things now. When there's a Galactic Chase, it's like I'll wait till it becomes farmable. I'm not doing this because this is silly.
Yeah, at least with packs, you're guaranteed 5.
Oh God, not me. It's called the old Swevens. Yeah, no, that's why I don't spend the old Swevens, and I don't bother with those packs anymore. I mean, for me, when I get a character, I wait till it comes to the shard store. With crystals, and then I farm it that way. I did that with Bad Batch. I did that with Dark Trooper. So. But yeah, the Galactic Chase, but my God. Oh boy. I like the concept, but the drop rates just kill me on it. I think it's cool to chase something like that and, try to get, get it that way, but the drop rates being as bad as they are, it takes the fun out of it.
Has anyone ever 7-starred from a Galactic Chase?
Oh, I'm sure there is. People have spent fortunes on this game, man. You know that. So I'm quite sure they have, or maybe not 7-star, but unlocked it and stuff like that. That was a thing just to get it unlocked. And then they got the packs.
How does it work normally? So I'd have to have a refresher on this with Galactic Chase.
Yeah, it's just, and old one, someone can correct me. I think you could buy packs and stuff like that, but then I don't know if they even had packs. I think initially you did the Galactic Chase, you unlocked it, whatever, right? You had to use crystals to refresh and get the drops, and then later on came packs and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can eventually get the ships squared away, but the Galactic Chase, huzzah! Fatality V2 question: will it be possible for 7-star Executor through day 1? Depending on time, you might not be able to if it's as hard as they say. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. It's not so much time's not a problem for me, but it's just the math. So I don't know. I think Executor's a 4-star unlock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that means you need 245 shards to get it to 7 stars.
20 attempts that you can
That's
do,
20 attempts at 10. That means you're still short 45, which means either there's going to be the crystal one where you can get a certain amount, or there'll be a pack to finish it off. Right? So,
probably be the 1299 packs, ain't it?
Could be.
There will be just whales out there that will just be, you know what? I ain't doing that 20 times. Bye.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think it's a better version just to sit there and do the event over and over again 20 times and use crystal refreshers, right? That's 20,000 crystals, right? So that's a vault and a little bit, vault and a half. Which is not a bad deal if you consider what usually marquee characters cost. We just mentioned Omega, and all these other ones are easily $300+.
Would there be a pack? They wouldn't. I doubt there would be a 1299 because then anybody could just 7-star it.
Yeah,
And
I don't
just
think they're going to do that. I think you have to do the attempts,
yeah.
and you're going to have to do. There'll be a pack, but like have a certain amount in there and stuff.
Mm.
So it's like okay, So if it's mathematically possible to do it, I will do it. Loki will do it. We'll get the ship as high as humanly possible. But I
Yeah,
think
you could do what in an hour and a half? Do 20.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, with the refreshes, I mean, we'll be up in the middle of the night. I just have a bad feeling about this, doing that. So yeah, we'll see. But I mean, yeah, to stay tuned, folks. Yes, Nathan H. over 9,000. Nathan H. question: what does Trump think about Executor? I think it's an unbelievable ship. It should be named Trumpinator. I'm just throwing that out there. Everything should have my brand on it. It's fantastic. It's the biggest ship. Nobody knows anything about size more than I do. It's the top ship. We need it. Trumpinator. Let's go. Let's change the name. It'll be perfect. Nathan H. question: what non-GL counters do you use against Bad Batch? Quite a few, actually. I mean,
Imperial troops work.
yeah, troopers can do it if you outspeed them. Just because Dark Trooper's gross. You have to have Dark Trooper, though. What other counters? I mean, I know. I mean,
I haven't fought one.
no, I've seen it done, but I've seen people use Padme and some other things on it. Just wreck the hell out of it. I mean, Bad Batch. I know Padme wrecks the crap out of it.
What about gas?
Gas can wreck the crap out of it. I know Darth Revan can wreck the crap out of it because they just, especially if you're faster, your Darth Revan, your Basigo, that team never takes a turn and you just do what you do, right? And get a little wonky and stuff. But yeah, I've seen too many teams with Bad Batch. It can still banners, but yeah, it's not
What
gonna.
about Rebels?
I would think Rebels
CLS?
could do it. I haven't seen or heard. I've not seen that one used, but I would think so. You shoot Echo, and then you're just like, okay, let's kill Tack.
Yeah.
And if they get buffs, you've got ways to clear it with Chupio and Chewbacca. It's like, okay. I would think that they would, and plus, if they do any AoEs and stuff, and they're not stealth, the rebels are going to counter them to death. Yeah, I think the Bad Batch can be countered. It comes down to modding, though. If they're faster, don't be dicking around. You better bring a strong team because Bad Batch will get loose and destroy your ass. I mean, Grievous is not. Bad Batch is a hard counter to Grievous. Boy, are they ever. Holy crap, are they good. I can't think of anything, but yeah, the non-GL counters are very good against Bad Batch. Some of them are, yeah. Darsign 1972 question: is it the card tech that is so bad, or is the drop rate in the card tech that is bad? Both. It's a combination, right, Smithy? It's the combination of one, the drop rates suck. Like typically, I get 2 to 5 card techs per 20 pulls. That's crazy low drop rate, right?
It's a combination to make you just go out and buy. You know what? I'm just going to buy 50 of them.
Right. I'm going to use crystals here.
Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to, that it's just going to frustrate and you just open your wallet, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like...
They'd be in challenges, wouldn't they? If that wasn't the case, prove me wrong, CG. Put them in challenges.
Well, it's the drop rate, and then it's just the sheer number that some of these characters need. If you have a cruddy drop rate and it takes forever to get them, and you need such a huge amount of Chirotechs, right? That's the problem, right? When you need 400, 500 Chirotechs, like for instance, like Bad Batch and Cat, and I mean these GLs like Kenobi, General Master Kenobi takes 700 Chirotechs. People forget about that. It's gross. And the drop rate's hard. The only way to expedite that is crystals. But even then, I mean, if you think about 700 Chirotechs, that's a lot of crystals. For 100, it's 2,800.
You can get them from the Guild event store.
Yeah,
can't you?
You get them for other places and stuff like that. You get, your dailies and stuff like that, but it's in very small incremental doses,
Yeah.
right? So it helps, but it's not enough to offset the amounts that needed on each of the characters, and two,
Yeah, yeah.
where you get them, how quickly you get them, and like the drop rate for them. It's an issue, man. I've been saying it for a while. Chirotecs are the devil, man.
Like the
Uh,
new Cabantes, aren't they?
yeah, they really are. I mean, as these new characters come out, they replace a lot of the stun gun stuff with
Yeah,
chirotecs,
like
but they went
I don't know.
bananas
Look,
with it.
Kenobi. Kenobi
Yeah,
only needs 50 Cabantes. 50. 50? Just needs 50.
right,
It needs 700 Kairos.
right. So the Cartex, man. But with Corbantes, you have multiple places to get them, right? Easily, and you can stack those up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
so even do you remember when they were in challenges before they changed it? You used to didn't get many high drops from it, so you'd only probably get a few.
yeah,
Where
it's
now it
better
just seems
now.
like you get like 20,
At least 20 to
25.
25 easily on
Yeah,
those.
I remember when I used to get like 6.
Oh yeah, it was bad, man. So, oh boy, it's one of those things, man. It's Cartex. I mean, you robbed Peter to pay Paul here, in my opinion, and it's gotten worse, man. It's a lot, but I mean, it's smart. From a business side, it's smart. Where they make their make bang for their buck, it's gear and it's salvage, right? It's not character shards anymore. They need to make some on that, but I think it's the gear and the salvage packs that people are buying. That
Yeah.
why wouldn't you, right? Do they have mods? Do they have the mod pack again? Oh, it's health. Oh
Yeah.
no, don't buy that.
I've never
So,
brought a mod pack. Unless it
the,
was like a guaranteed like high speed mod. I've never seen the point of playing RNG with RNG kind of thing.
yeah, don't do that. All right, let's get to some more questions. Let's get to the top of the hour. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Keep the questions coming in. We're gonna go for another hour here, and rock and roll. And then I'll take a little break. I need to run the store real quick, but about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll go jump on and do GAC. Play it out, but I will get my GAC done today. It'll be an easy one because my defense did ridiculous. We went back to my older set defense that, we tried something on the first round. It went horribly wrong, and, but make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and then we'll let the Smithy pimp his stuff in. You guys make sure you go watch. He's back. We'll give him all his information here. Let's see here. What else in the 3 says? Could have sworn Crump said no one would be able to 7-star Executor on their first day. I did remember that. Now I remember that. So it may not be possible to get Executor done on the first day.
That's interesting.
I mean, I'll get it close.
It's just so hard to keep up with all this information when I'm like dribbling and drabbing it in different places.
Yeah.
But he's got his Crumb's got his Twitch, hasn't he? Where he says a few things on that. Then you got the interviews.
Yeah, he's been streaming more, and he's
also.
been on jumping on channels and stuff,
Yeah.
and of course the YouTube video was out. That could be the case.
I don't think many people know that. No one's when I've spoke about that shit to people, they're like, "I'm 7-starring it on day 1. I'm 7."
Yeah, I think that could be the case. So if that's the case,
you might not be able to.
Yeah, you get close, but there won't be a pack or anything. Which I don't know. I mean, that's what they say. Unless they change something. I'm trying to think.
Anybody really knows that.
That could be the case. Hey, maybe you get 7-star. It'll be a 6-star. Yep. It's like, poop. Well, we'll see. We'll unlock the event, see if there's packs, and do all that crazy stuff. And if we can get it, we will. If not, then we'll just have to wait till it comes back in a month. And so I'm trying to figure out what Darth Sign is saying. This next question: if you refresh a Executor event and you, I don't know what that word is, battle, do you have to refresh it again, or does your battle stay until you win? What? Dark Sign? That's not English.
So,
what do you know what he's saying here?
Yeah. So he's asking, so if you refresh and lose the battle, have you lost your refresh, or do you have to keep refreshing to rebattle? No, it should be the same as the others, that you refresh it, you complete it, If you fail, you just re-go in it again and just keep going at it till you win, and then you can refresh it again. I think that's the question he's asking, is if he loses after he's refreshed, is that lost? Like the GL tickets. So with the tickets and the GLs, if you go in and lose, you lost your tickets, but not normally with Fleet Mastery, that you refresh it and you can have a couple of pops at it until you beat it. And
but do you lose the crystals for the attempt?
No, not normally. No.
If you
it's
lose
only with the GLs.
Well, if you have to spend 1,000 crystals. So if you go in and lose,
then it'll still be there. You just
it'll say you have a free attack. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
well,
gotcha.
it will just be there. So it's the same.
It'll
as
just
like
be there. Okay, gotcha.
Where you refresh it, it will be literally until you complete it. Then that will be classed as your kind of like turn or whatever.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay,
but they could change it, subject to change.
God, let's hope not. Jesus, that would be horrible. Oh my God. Holy smokes. All right. Question from Fatality V2. What's the best node to farm this weekend with 2x2 drops? I'm doing Chirotex. I'm all about Chirotex. It's dark side. I'm getting those damn computer prototype salvage. I mean, I need them.
That's it.
You know, I mean, but it's specific, right? Think about what you need for gear. See where it is on dark side node for a character you're farming. A lot of people are farming
Chirotex.
Chirotex are the way to go, but if you're specifically working on a character that needs certain gear, check the hard node for it and then go for it. If not, then if you're not too pigeonholed, Chirotex. I always go for Chirotex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cantina, it's always salvage. But I'm in a different spot.
They're like the biggest crunch.
They really are, man. And because I just did the bad batch of stuff, I've got like 400 of the other ones, the shock prods, but those computers, I need to do some double drop farming today. So I'm going to be spending the free freshes on the energy to go in there and do it a few times and see how many I get, man. It'll help, right? I mean, I'll do it for the next couple days and try to get as many as I can. So it is what it is. But everybody's going to give a different answer. I do agree. If you have working on a specific character, like, you know, you can use the dark side to get that gear you need, then please do. Or you can use it for salvage. Yeah. I still do
Kairos because
you get everything in there.
Get a lot easier now. Cabanities you can get a lot easier. I would personally get whatever you cannot get from the shard shop.
Yeah.
So anything that's premium loot that's in that Gap 2, that's more premium loot, then go for that. Either if that be any of that higher tier. I wouldn't go for lower tier Cabanities or anything like that. I would just wait. You get Cabanities, you get a good stream of it, you know, and stun guns. I'd pick up something that's more the premium loot, you know, the premium stuff that are hard to get. So I would say Kairos, battle computers all day long because they're a lot harder. But anything in that kind of category that you don't get really from anywhere else, then go for that.
All right, let me refresh. Sorry, Nightbot's give me heartburn. Arya Karen, I hope I said the name right. It says, question, what is your favorite team to use on offense? Strictly just fun factor troopers. Imperial Troopers for me, there's two teams I just enjoy thoroughly using. It's the Imperial Troopers and the Bounty Hunters with Mando. Oh my sweet Jesus. Watching first of all, the Troopers, watching Dark Trooper go in there and just Gaston chop and kill everything is just, and then the same thing with when you get the, the disintegrate with Mando. It's just such a warm feel. It's like, hey, what are you doing there, Malik? Oh, you're gonna try to stop me? You're gonna try to steal my band? No, just die! Boom! You know, it's such a glorious feeling. I really enjoy playing those two teams more than anything, especially Troopers. My God, it's like, oh, you put CLS down. All right, let me just bring in the Troopers here. All right, Dark Troopers, see that? That's CLS. Go kill him. One shot. It's his turn again. One shot. It's his turn again. It's gross, dude. It's absolutely gross. What are your teams that you like to go in and have fun with, Smithy?
I found a love for Imperial Troopers, to be honest, with Moff Gideon and
nice.
Yeah, and just like Moff Gideon just going first, removing all the turn meter, and just I used them in that game mode assault battles, the Ewok one, and oh my god, I was like, I've never used them in it before, and their damage they were outputting because of Piat. Oh my, they were like basicing for like 130k. I was just like, wow, like assisting 130k. I was like, wow, and I got through that like so quick. Where I used to use the old Thrawn, but other than that, it's got to be obviously Jedi Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
You know, solo in teams in GAC or him and Hermit. With just those like 100k counter assists and just watching just teams crumble. They just hit him and he's just like, you know what, have this. And just literally 1KOs them. They're probably my 2 favorite teams at the minute. And a bit of Kylo Ren. I like ramping up his damage.
Kylo Ren's pretty cool. Just throwing that out there. I'm amazing. Everyone should have me. I'm the best character ever.
My favorite.
I
do like him.
Kylo Ren's awesome.
I liked him in the movies, to be fair. I think
it was
he redeemed
fine.
a lot. Yeah, I think he redeemed a lot in the 3rd movie, and he actually evolved.
He was just a good character, and Adam Driver played him well. So I mean, I don't have a problem with his character and stuff. I thought it was fine. All right. Darth Scion questions. Sorry for the typo. My fat fingers. LOL. With the bottleneck and light side TV being ship GP, when we get new ships, are you going all in on them to help the guild? Yeah, I'll farm them for the guild. Absolutely. I mean, I know you'll be the same way, right, Smithy?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I went for Kenobi next.
Yeah, for Anakin. Yeah, Kenobi and Geonosis light side TV, man. He's goofy good. Like, he is so freaking good. It is amazing how good that guy has been for me, and especially the Galactic Republic missions. Whether Padme's the lead or not, I mean, you just put him in that team, and it's like, okay, 4 for 4. You know, the other one I would struggle a little bit, even with all Relic characters, but he's like flipped the script and just made it so easy to go in there and just dominate. So, yeah, man, but yeah, it's the ship GP in Phase 4, in other places. We just need more ships for ship GP. I think that's been the biggest hindrance to people, you know, doing more stars in light side TB is just we just have not had the ship GP. I mean, Executor being a capital ship will help a little bit, but we need more ships. I did say this was going to be the year of the ship, Smithy. So far, we've gotten Razor Crest and Executor. Good ships, you know, blah, blah, blah. Some changes to ships, but we haven't got that influx of, you know, those fighter ships that we need, bombers and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that we get those coming up for the rest of the year, so we can start getting some more utility and rewards with ships. I mean, ships, man. They just need to make a decision. Like, what do you want to do with it? I don't know what the plan is, man.
I think they made the decision. It's called the Executor.
Yeah. God. Hellenic says, question for the Smithy D. He's excited. He says, it's great to have you back, covering SWGOH, man. How long was your hiatus? And as your absence was obviously Ranger's fault, could you tell Ranger I don't blame Finn? Well, first of all, Smithy knows we always blame Finn, so that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about your hiatus, how long you were gone, what brought you back, I think that's what he's kind of asking here.
Believe it or not, I've been playing since last year properly. But then I probably had about recently 3 months. Yeah, and then come back maybe playing again a month ago. So it wasn't too long ago. I unlocked Luke. I was around when Luke come to the game. I think that's when I started replaying again because I was like, oh, Luke's coming to the game.
Luke!
Installs Galaxy of Heroes. You know,
yeah.
and I got Luke, and then I got Jedi Master Luke because he looked cool, you know. And I already had like Kylo Ren. But yeah, I think I missed a lot of Cat. And I missed basically anything related to the new Conquest mode. I missed all that. But fortunately, I had a lot of General Kenobi stuff anyway, like Master Kenobi stuff anyway, because it's heavy Jedi related anyway, and I don't either Gear 12 or Relic. And obviously already had Padman teams, so I already had those sort of stuff, so it wasn't too much of a farm. took me probably about 3 weeks
Sure.
to get everything from properly playing. And but yeah, I think I was with lockdown. I was heavily engrossed in FIFA, so I started replaying FIFA Ultimate Team last November, and I just remember like Galaxy Heroes was just like, oh, I don't want to do my battles. I'm in the middle of playing Weekend League or something, or oh, I'm in a championship thing, and I don't want to like not play it. And I just remember it being a bit of a chore. Especially working from home, I was like secretly playing FIFA while I was supposed to be at work, So I didn't really have time for Galaxy of Heroes. And then now with going back into the office, it's literally like I'm walking to work, walking back from work. So I do a lot of the Galaxy of Heroes stuff when I'm sitting at work, when I've got nothing else to do. I'm playing Galaxy of Heroes or watching YouTube videos. So
there you go.
We are back into the game big time.
All right. Darkside 1972 question: do you think Loki with Relic 9 will Relic 9 his 9 sisters so he can beat the challenge tier 3 of Secret and Shadows? Loki's already said he ain't doing that. That Night Sisters Secrets and Shadows one, man, give me a break. That thing is, don't do that, folks. Please don't do that. I mean, I've seen people, I think I don't even know what the percentage is, but it's not like good.
Yeah,
that have actually.
I like my phone. I don't want it being broken against a wall.
Yeah.
So I refuse to relic my Night Sisters for that game mode.
Yeah, I mean I'm sorry, it's poopy. It really is poopy. I mean, Night Sisters are it's one of those things where you're just like, okay, I mean, I got to do it, but God, just thinking about it, I'm just like, no, you buy. Oh God.
Isn't it Sidious that's the problem? Isn't it Sidious that literally wipes out your whole team?
Yeah. I just don't think it's worth the relics and stuff. That's just me. I'm a strange person like that. But I digress.
You don't get that much back, do you?
No, you don't. So
it's not worth it. And it runs once a month.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So in a year, you'd get like what, 40 or something relic pieces from it.
Yeah. So, yeah. No. All right. Let's see here. Gappy says, question, what's interesting 3v3 teams have you seen on defense in this round of GSE 3v3? I haven't seen much new, but a lot of, for 2 rounds we played so far of gas. I prefer gas on offense. I mean, I'm seeing the same stuff that I see all the time. There's nothing interesting or exciting that I'm seeing at all remotely. So, I mean, I don't know what you're seeing, Smithy, but it's like, not really seeing anything. And everyone's going super light on offense. And I could talk. So, first round of GHC, we tried something where we put some decent teams down, but we only put one GL down with GK, and we're like, okay, let's see how well GK can do by himself. How potent is he? That backfired because the person didn't put any GLs down and went full offense, and it was all trash. I did well. I just derped on ships, and that gave them the opening for the win. So I'm like, okay, I've gone back to where I think GK is not that good in 3v3 on defense. And I've changed back to some of my stuff that I used previously in GAC, and lo and behold, when you guys see how my defense did today, it's exactly what it did previously. So lesson learned for me. But have I seen anything different? No. It's the same teams. There's variations of it, but it's pretty much the same that I've been seeing. I mean, I don't know about you, Smithy, but there's nothing that I didn't see last 3v3 that I'm seeing this one. I haven't seen anything different.
I have 2 disappointing matches, to be fair. So, the first person I played against, friggin' auto-deployed. And that was just like, I got through it, dropped 1 battle. But I'll tell you what, man, when you've got mix of like relics, literally every single relic he had was mixed within other relics. It's like a pot of a draw, and it's like, oh, I can't counter this because this weird character's in there that will counter that. Got through it, did the ships. They didn't even attack me, obviously, because they, probably didn't have the characters. second guy I placed went really light on defense, second person, and he only put down one ship, one capital ship. And I'm just like, hey, where's the other one?
Mm.
You know, where's the other capital ship? So I've auto won that one because I full cleared it without dropping, and I've got the max banners for him not putting a ship in or her, and they would have lost probably 100 banners straight up on that. But yeah, it's been pretty boring to be fair. I haven't seen anything. Just
No, I haven't.
deploy and someone that went really light on defense.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either, man. It's kind of like, okay. You know, so I'm seeing the same stuff, and people are going much lighter on, and I'm in Division 2, and they're just going super light on offense, right? So we'll see. I haven't had, I mean, you know, we tried something the first round to see if we could change up our strategy a little bit and have a little bit more fun with offense and things, but it didn't really work out. So we've gone back to my traditional lineup of TGLs and some other stuff that we put down that really makes people's life miserable in GAC. Because I'll tell you what, the character that really shines in 3v3 GAC, even now, it's Rey. And I'm telling you folks, Rey is nasty. And everybody I'm facing has everybody but Rey, and it makes their life miserable when they face me. You know, so...
Always has and always will be.
Yeah, she's
There's
so good,
many,
man.
like, you could put like the two. You could put what's the most one that's used? It's Han and Chewie, where it gives a crit immunity.
You can do that. You can go IG and Quill. You can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, I use R2 and Hermit Yoda, and it's just destroys, right? So you need a GL to beat it. It has. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Rey's still the top dog in 3v3. What I'm seeing for GK in 3v3 is too easy to get past with Kylo. It's just too many, you know, Kylo with the Night Sisters and stuff like it. Just the AI is too stupid.
It's just perfect for it, isn't it?
Yeah, in 3v3. Now 5v5, that's a whole different story because 5v5, you know. But yeah, if you have super fast Kylo and he can hit hard and take stuff out and, you know, do his thing, then yeah. He ramps up and then you're good to go. But yeah, and it's disappointing, but you know, but if it was fives, it'd be a totally different ball game. So none in threes, good old threes.
Well, you get away with playing Cat somewhere else.
You can.
So it's making them use a GL versus Kenobi.
Yeah.
And then you put Cat with maybe a Padme.
Possibly.
Yeah, so you're getting more use, more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Instead of putting it all in one team, because against Kenobi, you're going to need to use a GL in 3v3. So, and then you just make it harder. So, for another team where they're probably going to have to use a GLT, what am I going on about? A GL versus Cat, because she's just going to pretty much like possibly just one hit one of the characters if they're not fast enough to speed her.
Well, yeah. So we'll see. Well, things they always work themselves out as we do more and more of this. So, but yeah, unique teams in 3v3 have not seen that many. So, all right, let me look here.
I like the new.
The new teams.
New B2 and Brood Alpha.
Yeah, you can do that. That's I actually like B1 more on that team.
Yeah, B1. Sorry, yeah, it is B1. Yeah. And then you put B2 with like Jenga and Poggle, or put it like with. Yeah, you could put what then, couldn't you? With GG.
Yeah, I like to keep Watt for offense. He's just too good of a piece that you can use in different places. But I can see that team as well. I've seen it, and yeah, totally get it. All right, let's see here. Next question, Gav P. Question for Ranger: how are you getting on with the Ewok Galactic Challenge? I'm not. I got my tier 9 box and I left it at that. And another question: how much did you enjoy the Galactic Chase? Ah, huzzah! The greatest event ever, the Galactic Chase. I didn't need to do it, so I didn't do it. I just got free shards out of it when I did use ship energy. Smithy, you had how many did you get total? You said shards?
100.
100? Okay. Mm-hmm. So the Smithy D did more than I did. How did you enjoy the Galactic Chase?
Yeah, I don't know. After I got over the fact that it was double drops, it just felt normal. Yeah, double of nothing is nothing.
Yeah, 0 times 0 is still 0. That's the math. Those are the mathy things.
It's nice that I could get some shards. Not Well, I wouldn't say that I was excited to log in every morning. Like, oh, guess what, Mum? It's double drops today.
I bet you
It was
did.
just like go in, do some energy refreshes, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm there probably for about 30 seconds. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
only got 2 shards. Okay, move on to the next.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Next question. Dark Science says 2 questions. One, how do you think Relic 9 will come to the game? Um, I don't know yet. I've been asked that, and I don't have an earthly clue of where they're going to put it. Is it Conquest? Sure.
I'll tell you where. I'll tell you where it's gonna go.
Where?
It's gonna be the highest tier red box, 2 Galactic challenges, and maybe fleet rewards. But oh yeah, you'll probably need an executor to get it.
Yeah. I think they'll throw it in Conquest too. I mean, that goes without saying. Other than that, shit, I couldn't tell you, man. I have no clue where the hell that might be.
Don't think it'd be the Rancor because
I mean, I
too
thought
many
about the
people beating
Rancor,
it.
but they've never ever changed the loot once something's out, where they've
Yeah.
really updated. It's rare, so I didn't think C-Pit was going to be a part of it, especially since so many are starting to get cleared and all this other stuff. I mean, I was just like, nah, I just don't see it.
I reckon it'll be tied into the new ship. Personally, anything related to the new ship,
Yeah.
it'll probably tie into that you'll need the new
Oh,
ship
sure.
to complete something of it, or maybe it's going to be because they're changing the galactic challenges, that the higher tiers need a ship, and it'll probably be like defeat 4 enemies with Superstar Destroyer, or one shot a whole team or something, but you can only do that with the Executor.
Sure.
That's my theory. What I reckon it will be in there, because again, it then locks off everyone that doesn't have that ship from actually getting any of it.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, again, I don't have a good. I mean, there's certain obvious spots of Conquest, maybe challengers, but other than that, your guess is as good as mine, man. I don't know. Other than packs, there's always the packs. Don't forget about those expensive packs you can get. Yay. See his other questions. Do you think CG is going to make Relic 8 more accessible? And if so, how? No, I don't. Eventually they will, someday, but not at the moment. I don't think Relic 8s are going to get any more accessible than they are now, so... You know.
So there's still premium. You're going to need a Relic 8 to Relic 9.
Yeah, they're going to make that as limited as possible. I don't know if they're going to increase it now that Relic 9's come out, but they haven't really done anything. I just don't see it, man.
No, because there's no way that you can get Relic 7 materials other than crafting it, isn't it? Or buying it.
Yeah, that's it.
From the
So,
salvage.
yeah. I
There's
mean,
the
you
answer,
get,
folks.
I think you get it from the events, right? Slowly dripping and stuff. There's ways to get it, but it's in small increments. Again, slow drips and drabs. And then, Relic 8, it's really the impulse detectors you can get out of the weekly shipments. The other ones you can get out of the other side. It's Conquest, things of that nature. The C-Pit. I mean, that's it. That's really other than packs. So I don't think they're going to increase that anytime soon. It's CG. It's what they do, man. Get used to it.
Yeah. But I think it's the same. It would follow the same mentality that when the Crankle come out, only really top guilds were probably finishing it that would have access to that loot. So it would make sense for it to be tied into the new kind of like toy.
Yeah. Noel says, question, what is the counter Kenobi, Cat, and GK if you don't have Kenobi? It's called SLKR Daka Zombie. Sorry, it is.
I'd use Jedi Master Luke, man.
You can use Jedi Master Luke too. I mean, he's too easily counterable. Jedi Master Luke's good too. You have to go hard with like Jedi Knight Luke and stuff, right?
Yeah, but you're already going to have all that stuff, so everything you've got there,
you're
already going to have, because that's what you need, isn't it, for the event? So if you have that character, you're already going to have Hermit. You're already going to have Jedi Master Luke. Do you have gas? Was gas a requirement for Luke?
No, he's a requirement for the new Vader.
Okay, so there's never... Okay, so you might not have gas. I think gas is pretty important to it, and obviously Revan.
I mean, yeah, I mean, so, I said, well, it can be done, and most people are using their SLKRs. I think some people have been using C. I have to get an update on like what people are using with C. It can be done. So we'll see. I mean, but I do know that that's one of the reasons, and I'm seeing it's just not very. The AI gets stuck on those like that zombie taunt. It just does not get around it. Eventually it will, but if your Kylo's ramped up by then, you're gonna just start doing. You're gonna start going ham. He ramps up, and then at that point it's too late.
How's I haven't watched any of his videos. How's Kylo Ren getting the crits?
You have to work on like you just have to wear. We have to beat him down. Right, I did it in my first round where it's like you just beat him down and then he starts. You just focus on Kenobi, GK, and then just go ham. It works, but you can use like Jedi Master Luke. You can use Revenant Gas or combinations like that. It does work against him too. So, all right. Let's see. Darstein says, question, here's my theory on how CG is going to do Relic 9. We will need to salvage the Relic 8 impulse detectors and Relic 8 air magnifiers for Cranker to make it Relic 9, please. Oh, God, please say
That's
no.
a good one, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think of that.
God, I hope not. That would be awful.
Yeah, it keeps Crankor relevant, and everyone buys Relic 8 materials to then change it into Relic 9.
Just thinking about it gives me heartburn. The old heartburn and the old ticker. Oh, that's awful. I hope that's not the case. That would be... Man, that would suck. Oh, boy. Ugh. It's like, oh, God, please say no. Just say no. Just say no.
Ah, cut out that. No, I opened up Galaxy of Heroes and it cuts off your audio or whatever. And you can't hear nothing.
Well, these things happen. Let's see here. Gab P, question for Ranger. How did you get on with your cam mission this time around? I got mine to 7-star today. Shout out to my guild, Rogue 3, kicking the reeks behind. I got it. I think my guild, we got 30-something shards. I'm 50 out of 100 with Cam. He's somebody I really want. He's one of the few characters that if they did put a pack in the game, I would get it immediately.
Yeah, 2 seconds back in a minute.
No, you're fine. Absolutely. I'm all about getting them cam shards, but they haven't put a pack out or anything. He's not in the weekly shipments, things of that nature. So, it is what it is. But yeah, we did pretty decently. I'm in MC3, part of the Mall MC Alliance, and we did quite well. So, I mean, technically, mathematically, it's possible for me to unlock him next TB. It's highly unlikely. So it's going to be 2 more TVs before I have my cam ready to be used and rocking and rolling. So what's it? August, probably October. I'll have him unlocked. It's just I have to wait. We only get him once every month. It is what it is. But yeah, congratulations on your 7-star cam. I think that's awesome. Absolutely. All right. But yeah, I did well. Loki was there. We went through it. I remodded, and I've won the last few that I've done. So getting the cam charges is important for your guild. Because I really want Cam. That dude will really give me some flexibility with my team, and I am going to take him to Relic 8 and all that stuff. Because I think he's just a dynamite character. He's really, really super badass. I don't have to use gas anymore on my Jedi Master Luke team. I can use Cam with Jedi Luke, and then I can move gas back to like GK or Jedi Master Kenobi, or just go gas 501st, which I want to do, but you can't farm any faster. I mean, these characters that are in TB, it's frustrating because you can only farm as fast as your guild participates and gets the shards, right? So in Lightside TB, the Cam mission is still a motherfracker. It really is difficult. So we'll see what happens. All right. Keep getting your questions in. We're going to go here for about 30 more minutes, hanging out. Exo says they only got 42 this time. That's still pretty decent. Ray Rock says, I use Old Man Luke, Revan Gas, Jolie, Jedi Luke to climb over GLK. Yeah, I see that too. You're not seeing C per se in Arena, I am seeing that team being used to climb, but not C and stuff. So 5v5 is a different animal with GK. 3v3, boy, just kind of the results I'm seeing are kind of disappointing. It really is. So, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. So keep getting your questions in. We're going to go to the top of the hour. Maybe we'll stop a little bit sooner. A little bit, we've been talking about everything that's been going on this week in Galaxy Heroes. It just is a scheduling reminder. As soon as we get done with Jedi Academy, give me about 30 minutes. I'm going to have to run the store real quick, grab some stuff, and then I will do my GAC. There is no Dungeons and Dragons tonight. One or two of the players, I didn't know, one can't be there tonight. We're at a point where I can't really do anything. We're kind of stuck in limbo with where we are in the campaign, so I don't want to continue without it. But we will be back next week with D&D, and then tomorrow should be GAC night. I think luckily the plan is we both do GAC and then stay up and then get the damn Executor event done. So we'll stream it, we'll play it, we'll unlock it. Things of that nature. I gotta go with Loki and figure out what the plan is. If he's gonna do that for sure. So yeah. All right. Darsign question. Last few conquests we had Razor Crest and Cat in the max crate. Do you think this next conquest will get just small, or will we also get a new ship followed by Galactic Chase? Huzzah! So the way the cadence is supposed to work is I think Razor Crest falls out. Maybe we get a few shards, but it'll be mainly Cat will be the secondary character that you get shards for. Maul will be the primary source. After Maul, after 3 months, because they're running this in 3 month cycles, do we get a ship? Possibly. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a ship that came in after Maul. I think they want to get Cat and Maul because they're associated with these GLs into the game for us. I wouldn't surprise me if we saw a ship, and then we're going to get some more Galactic Chases. Absolutely. I mean, it goes without saying. I think they said that in the interview or somewhere. Don't quote me on that. But there will be more Galactic Chases coming soon. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do after Maul. We know he's going to be the next 3. They'll have an announcement. Who's going to be the next character and or ship that'll be in the Galactic, in Conquest, and then we'll take it from there. Will they have? I'm absolutely positive we'll have some more chases for something here. Also, as a reminder, guys, remember it is double drop energy time, so get your double drops for Darkside. Use it for why it's there. We'll probably get another one of these after the next round. So the next requirements will be announced in 11 days on the 25th for Lord Vader. Rise. All right, keep your questions coming in, and we will answer them. Smithy's AFK, but that's all right. I can still answer your questions as we start wrapping up and get your questions in for Jedi Academy. Exo says, question, is the next ship going to be Dengar's ship to stop the soft counters? Possibly. They could do Dengar's ship. I always said they could do a Red 5 with Luke. That would be cool. Maybe we get some more pilotless ships in the game and with Marquise. I'd really like them to start expanding the roster of ships, but it would not be surprising at all, Exo, if that was the case. Darsign question, after Galactic Legend Lord Vader, do you think this will be the last GL for a while? I'm asking as we are literally starting to run out of characters for a GL. Yeah, I think we may have a little bit of a pause on GLs. There's still a few routes that they could go. We'll have to wait and see. That being said, let's wait and see what happens, and take it from there. So yeah. Arya says, question, after the Galactic Chases, how long before they are farmable, do you think? 3 months like normal? I think they go into the stores, and then they'll go, probably a couple months after that, they'll go into a node or somewhere where you can farm them. I know they go, I think they go into shipments after that. I can't remember the exact what they said on that. But yeah, I think that'll be the next step. Is the Razor Crest will be the first one that'll go into the shipments, place like that, and then it'll eventually get its own node where you can farm it and stuff. That's what they said initially, was what the plan was with the cadence. Timeline wise, I don't have a specific timeline for you other than as the new stuff comes in, the other stuff gets pushed back. and to other places. The old domino effect. Epic Fails says, question, help with the next farm. Executor missing a relic 8 gear. Only get from Conquest and Fiat, and Fiat may be my first 2. C closest to and overlaps Executor. Ray have all things low gear. No watt for JMK. No, I think Epic, I actually like that. Executor into C, you get the characters that are needed. You also start with you. Yeah, I like that. I think that's smart. C is still a really good GL. It does overlap with Executor. I think that's a good plan. Then if you want to go get Ray, you can. As you said, you don't have Watt shards or Watt unlocked for GMK. It's going to take a while before you can get that. So might as well go in there, get that Executor if you can. Work on your Relic 8s, get your C. You'll have Imperial Troopers. You'll start working on the Bounty Hunters from it because they're required for both those. For the Executor. Get you a good start with your Bounty Hunters. That's actually a smart plan for where you're at. I'd put off Ray. Even if you have the characters at low gear, that gearing is going to be crazy. Trust me, I know. And then, yeah, Jedi Master Kenobi, if you need Watt, you might as well. I'd get C and Executor. That would really help you out. C is a good arena climbing team. And Executor, I think, is going to be dope. So do what you can with what you got. And I think that's a good route for you. Gap pieces. I believe they said any ship character would be cadence-wise be made in a location to free-to-play farm after 3 months of being with Conquest, where they would vary. Okay, there you go. Epic, you're more than welcome. All right, get your questions in. Smithy's on hiatus. We'll go here. We may end a little early today. Had a buttload of questions, but, it's a nice Saturday morning. Gives me time to get to the store, and then I can get my GAC knocked out sooner, and then we can rock and roll. So go ahead and get your final questions in if you have any. And we will knock those out for you guys. That's what we do. I ain't going to quit you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe. We will let Smithy pimp his stuff here soon enough. What else in 3 says questions? Seems like every GL can beat GMK Cat in 3v3. I'm hearing correctly. It's what I'm hearing too, and what I experienced. So I put it down and my guy blew by it like it was nothing. I was like, God damn. That's from what I'm hearing. Kenobi in 3v3 just ain't working as well as it's supposed to. So yeah, I'm keeping him for offense. I've gone back to my old stomping ways. For GAC, and it actually worked out better. We'll talk about it when I do GAC. Darsign question. Exo says, how many questions is a load? It's more than a plethora and less than, Darsign says, question. CG already said the Executor event will be more difficult than the other capital ship. Will this event be the gas event of fleets? Please get your bourbon ready, Ranger. I don't know yet. I mean, we'll see. I don't see how difficult it can be if you have very high relics on your tunes and characters and stuff. But we'll see. If it's frustrating, then we'll figure it out. We always do. It could become frustrating. So if it's like the gas event, then sure. We'll rock and roll. Epic Fails question. Use your crystal ball, and what will begin in the next 6 months? New GL ships, soon tunes, etc. Next 6 months, eh? Well, I think we're going to start getting Book of Boba Fett stuff at the end of the year. That goes without saying. I think for the next couple months, I think we're going to start getting some ships. I'm hopeful on that. We may get a few marquee tunes here and there. Maybe a crosshair from the Bad Batch. I think we're going to start leading into characters for the Book of Boba Fett as that gets ready to be released in December. I don't think we're going to get any new GLs until next year. Stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, look out. Here comes Thane Kyrelli. Thane, what's up, buddy?
Hello there.
Thane, our defense did quite well. We should never have changed it. We tried an experiment. It backfired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kenobi was a little lackadaisical there, but
Yeah, I mean, what else? 73 asked that question. It's like, it just seems like every GL can beat GMK in 3v3. Seems that's pretty much the deal. It's unfortunate, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating.
I mean, it is what it is. What we'll probably end up doing is we'll probably end up changing, putting Cat somewhere else,
Mm,
and then because there's no point in doing a mirror match with GK and GK, right? Because like
right.
anybody can beat them. So it's like, okay, we'll just keep GK to solo something, So we'll probably end up putting Cat with someone on defense.
Yeah.
We'll like maybe Padme, maybe someone that like we'll give them fits like in the back or something.
Sure.
Maybe Ray. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe but yeah, we'll definitely put Kat somewhere else just to make sure she's we're using her in a productive manner because she'll instantly well, not instantly, but she'll kill someone.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have some tanks, maybe like Barris and like something,
Yeah. What are your predictions for the next 6 months? Anything big that we're getting? That's a question right now.
I mean,
I say stuff for Book of Boba Fett and some ships.
No, because Book of Boba Fett doesn't come out until December. So
yeah, I think we'll get a couple characters there. That's when they'll start putting out characters for that, one or two.
I don't know, because I mean, the only ones we know that are going to be the Book of Boba Fett is going to be like Boba Fett and then Fennec Shand, right?
Yeah, I think we get Dad Bod, Boba Fett, and Fennec. Come on, you want to see it. You want to see Dad Bod?
I definitely don't.
Yeah.
But...
Look who it is too. It's Warrior from Warrior Presents.
What's up, Warrior?
What is going on, you guys?
You made it.
Barely, just for a tiny bit. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. We're good. It's getting to the end anyway. So, what are your predictions for the next 6 months? Big stuff you think's coming?
Honestly, I don't know. But just on the end of that last part, they do have a good record of bringing things into the game when they know in advance that something's coming in. So, for example, the Book of Boba Fett coming in December, if they're given just a little bit of information about, basics, they can build kits and characters and ships around that. So, and they do that. Just like for the Rogue One release, they brought before Rogue One certain things into the game, and then during and then shortly thereafter Rogue One, they brought more.
Right.
They could, for Boba Fett's release, bring in some things before, during, and or after that. It doesn't have to be, after the show. Some people think it has to be after, the release. It can be before or during or after. I think Boba Fett is actually big enough to actually be a GL. I know a lot of people would disagree with me, but you could make him a Galactic Legend iteration. He is big enough, especially with where they're going with his character in the storyline and stuff, that they could make him a Galactic Legend. And there's not a whole lot of other characters that we would put on the playing field of Galactic Legend. And I'll be honest, they do about 2 every 6 months. So they're going to be looking and wondering, what the hell do we do in about 6 months? So with that ship or show coming out and everybody just, rallying behind that show, I think they would be, pretty excited to see that. So I don't know, something tied to that show would probably make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Well, since this question, a year ago, would you have believed we would have more than 3 meta Jedi teams at this point?
Yeah,
that's a lot. I know Jedi Master Dash is happy.
when Rey came out, because we didn't know whether she was going to be Jedi or not. I remember having a conversation with someone that said, "Hey, they need to be careful because when they keep coming out with all these Jedi, they risk making Jedi permanently meta." Because, and that's kind of how we are now. It's like they're like super predominant, which is how they should be, right? I mean, they're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, absolutely. Question for you guys. So we know Monday night and Sunday night into Monday, we get the Executor event, right? It was stated it would be not possible to get it to 7 stars. Are you guys planning to and get as close to 7 stars as possible? Warrior, what about you?
I mean, yes, I'm going to take the Executor as far as I can go, with the refreshes if possible and the packs if possible. But I understand they said they're basically going to limit that to prevent a 7-starring right off the bat, because what they want is for everybody to not have a 7-star on day one. They want there to be a struggle to begin and to allow for people to have a month of being knocked off the throne,
Right.
which fine. I think that's okay. I think if everyone had a 7-star on day one, there'd be a lockout on the top 10, and people would just want to quit the game.
Yeah, I agree.
They want people to quit the game in a month or two.
Yeah, hey, milking. Get those Krakens milking. Thane, you're going for it, right?
TBD. I mean, I know that they sort of have to see how far we can get it and what the difference is. Because unfortunately, with ships,
Yeah, that 7 stars makes a difference.
yeah, it makes a huge difference. Going from like 5 to 6 is not that big of a jump. Going from 4 to 5 is not that big of a jump. So we'll see. I mean, if I see that there's like a benefit from going all the way to like 5 or 6 or whatever it is, then yeah. Otherwise, I mean, realistically, yeah, you kind of want to probably get it to the max, because chances are, if you can't get it max this time, you'll be able to get it max next time.
Sure.
So,
I mean, if that's the case, then do you just take it to 6 stars, don't spend as much money, and then wait for the next free go around and see if they do a pack before you spend any more than that?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, like I have to see exactly how they're gonna play this. But chances are, yeah, I probably will have to go as close to max as possible.
Okay, that's interesting.
I just don't want to like be based on like knowing that. What I might do is I might get the materials to go all the way up to like, let's say it's 6 or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll necessarily take it all the way up to 6.
See, I'll get it to 6 stars and leave it there, and then wait for it to come back, because yeah. Welcome back, Smithy.
Thanks, man. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We know you're busy. You're a busy man. Working.
Oh wow, Warrior's here.
Yeah, he wanted to stop by and ignore you.
What up, Smithy D?
Oh, good man. How are you?
Good. It's kind of fun to have you on the show and me on the show, since
we talked about that, the OG crew, you, me, and Smithy. Right? Yes. I was saying how the day I remember it was like Smithy D many years ago was like, "Oh, Ranger, I'm going all day." I'm like, the brainchild.
Really, what it was, guys, is that I knew I wouldn't have to read the questions if I asked Ranger to come along.
I know. I was like, "You're such a dick."
and then Grande come along.
And the reason why we didn't do it on my channel is because I work every Saturday morning, and I was like, I can't be in front of a computer. I can have my phone on me, so I can help out, but I can't. I just can't be guaranteed to be available to stream and stuff. So I gotta have somebody. And you guys were like, "Well, I can either Smithy or Ranger can be on a computer." So I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah. So it was me, you, Finn. Man, I'm trying to think who else. It was mainly us 4 that were doing it back in the day.
And there was.
Was there one more?
The other, I'm not going to say him because I've kind of forgot his name.
There was another guy, and I can't remember who it was.
It was Grande.
Remon used to do it with us a lot.
That's it. Yeah,
Remon is.
Sorry, guys. That was the original, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Remon still plays. He's just super busy with real life, but Remon's a good man. He's awesome.
Oh, Remon's awesome, but I don't think he plays anymore, man. He stopped streaming.
He quit?
Yeah, I think he quit. He's and it's real life, right? Just priorities change and stuff. He just kind of put the game down. I think he was kind of doing that before then, because I could tell by what he was working on and stuff. He just wasn't that interested in the game, and that's cool, right? So I mean, he's always welcome back. We'd love to have him back.
I think you have to sort out his mods. For every 6 months.
I did it once, and then he didn't care, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that again. So I was like, brother, I just spent 5 hours fixing your crap, and then you just let it go to shit again. I'm like, no, I'm not helping you again. That's dirty pool, man.
Well, that reminds me, we need to remodel your account again.
Mine?
Yeah.
We just did it.
Well, there's always room for improvement, man.
There's always room for improvement. You just like to give me a hard time, man. Seriously, and it's constantly. It's not that my mods are the character they're greatly modded. He gets evil ideas, and instead of doing it on his crap, he likes to do it on mine.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's like, how can I mess with Ranger? I know. We'll change this up and see if it works. And then that way, I don't have to do it on mine, and then I can say, huzzah!
Ranger, what wins GACs?
Defense.
It's mods. You all know that.
I know it really is mods, man. Ugh, it's just a never-ending struggle. It's mods, and more mods. We say it all the time. It's if you want to be successful in this game, you can have all the relic characters and stuff you want. If you don't have the mods, you ain't doing nothing. What you doing? Nothing. All right. Meow Meow says stop spreading fake news about thing. No, that's true. That's a personal experience. Meow Meow saying I'm spreading fake news against you. I'm like, no, that's yeah. No, you're not going to get me, Meow Meow. I've been very, very good and very nice to you and very good, and I've been wailing and doing all the stuff you want. And you said if I was good, I bet you get devastated. So don't play games with me, Meow Meow. Trying to mess
what he said.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe I broke my heart the other day.
Did she? Oh, not again.
Yeah.
All right, what happened?
Yeah, I found out she has sprint, and it broke my heart.
That's what broke your heart?
Yeah.
That makes me want to punch you, Thane. What's wrong with sprint?
It's the worst.
Okay. That's what broke your heart.
Yeah.
Okay, you have problems.
I can't have that. I can't have my pa having sprint.
What are you gonna get her? T-Mobile?
No, not T-Mobile. I'll get it now.
You're gonna hook her up with Verizon or something? I didn't think so.
Sure.
No, you're not. Get out of here. You're not gonna do that. You leave Meow Meow alone. Broke your heart. God. I liked you until I saw that you had iPhone. I can't talk to people that have iPhone.
That's right.
Yeah, I know that these companies are buying each other out. Who knows anymore? So, all right. I don't see any other.
Through all the questions, did you?
Yeah, man, we blew through them. Well, it's almost at the end of the hour, brother. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Time goes by when you're having a fun time.
We're going right into your GRC?
Yeah, I need to run the store real quick, so it'll be about 10, 15 minutes at most. Yeah, what?
Are you getting Starbucks?
Yes. You know I have to have my Starbucks before I do GAC. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to go run there real quick, and then we'll rock and roll. So are you going to join me, Thane? Or?
Maybe.
Just say yes. God damn. I mean, Jesus. I can never get a straight answer from this guy. Can you join me?
To the store together.
What's that?
He's going to the store together.
No, it'd be kind of hard, Smithy, because he's across the country. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind. Me and Thane, if we were hanging out, we'd be like, hey, let's go get some stuff, man. Like, all right, let's go to the store. Yeah. I do that with people. Let's go get munchies and stuff. Of course, then I would work out with Thane and put the paint on his ass, which I've done before. I don't brew my own coffee now. I like Starbucks coffee, the caramel macchiatos. So that's my little treat. We all have our little vices. That's mine. All right. Well, it's getting close to the hour. I'm going to go run the store so we can go do some GAZ thing. You're going to be very happy with how our defense did. You're going to be just over the moon. So let's let everybody pimp their stuff. I'll just start from the top and work my way down. Smithy D, you are back. Where can folks check you out, man?
On the channel.
Right. What is
Where
it?
else? Well, Smithy D.
The Smithy D, Smithy D.
I was thinking of changing my name. Do you know what? I was speaking to Fane, and when he says SSD for the Super Star Destroyer, I was like, Super Smithy D. Reminds me of the old, like, Super Star Wars on the Nintendo.
Super Smithy D. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get copyright claimed.
I don't know, you know. I don't think Smithy D's for copyright claim.
Yeah.
Yet.
Good luck.
Yeah, but on my
Good
channel,
luck.
I've been streaming Warzone with my mate. They swear a lot. I was thinking of moving over to Twitch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Warrior
it doesn't
just
really gain anything on YouTube. I think.
No, you put videos on YouTube, and then we do still stream live on YouTube. But I mean, yeah, it's better to stream on Twitch and do videos and send all that stuff over to YouTube afterwards. So most streamers are doing that now. Hey, 501st.
Hey, 501st.
But yeah, so check out the Smithy D on YouTube. Just put Smithy D Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and you check him out there. Warrior, you are moving up in the world, Mr. Twitchy Boy.
Yeah, finally, after a year of beratement and harassment, I finally joined the Twitch family.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find me on Twitch. Been doing that now a little over a week, about a week and a half, 10 days, 12 days, something like that.
Yep.
So that's been fun. Actually, really enjoyed that. Didn't think I would, but I am. And then also throwing stuff up onto YouTube as well. It's encouraged me to do a little bit more content. So that's been fun, actually. So you can find me at Warrior Presents on both Twitch and there. And then also you can chat with me on Twitter at Warrior Present.
All right. And
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, go fire. We're getting ready to get out of here, but what's your question there, thing?
Do you still do roster reviews, Warrior?
Oh.
No, I still have patrons and stuff, and I will still do them privately for them if they ask me specific targeted questions on their roster. I'll still help them out, but that part of my Patreon has been shut down, and the reason for that is ever since Galactic Legends have been introduced, it's too convoluted for the traditional roster review that I used to do. It's too much. So now I do targeted advice for my patrons in my private chat.
Yep, makes sense,
Still
man.
do Warrior Wednesdays.
Yeah, I still do Warrior Wednesdays on Twitch.
Yeah.
But the streams make more sense on Twitch. The streaming makes more sense on Twitch because Twitch is everyone that's on Twitch are streamers. They enjoy streaming. On YouTube, people don't enjoy streaming, and I know this because I keep getting comments like people like, "Hey Warrior, I love you, but 2 hours is too long." On Twitch, I don't get that.
No.
So you know what I mean? So it's like a different audience, and so you got to pick the right audience. And so I do my streaming on Twitch now, and my like 10 or 12-minute videos on like why do this or why do that on YouTube.
Yep, makes sense. So, all right, with that, we're going to wrap it up. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Give me about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to go get off, run to the store real quick, or get my Starbucks, get my ass back. It doesn't take that long unless there's a line. And then we'll start. Let's shoot for 11:30. 11:30 in 30 minutes. You want to do it then, Thane? Should be okay? Yes? No? Or do I need to haul ass?
Sure.
Okay, so 11:30. We'll go rock and roll, and we'll do GAC over on Twitch. So it'll give me time to get my butt over there, get what I need, get back, and then we can start a little bit earlier. We will, but if not, we'll try to shoot for start time 11:30, maybe a little bit sooner, but we'll go do that. So do me a favor, guys, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Do me another favor. You got these awesome folks. Please go check out Smithy D. He's back. Let's go show him some love and support. Also, please go check out Warrior on Twitch. Help him. I've been watching him there, and you know I followed. I'll sub when he gets to the level. You know, we'll start doing the hype trains for a Warrior when he gets to that level. So let's get Warrior to the level he needs to be so he can be more successful with Twitch and everything. So show these guys some love. They're here on a Saturday morning. They're here answering your questions. We always say about any guest that's here, you know, they take the time out of their busy lives and schedules to be here just to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. So that's a simple way to say thank you, is to go sub on their channels, watch the videos, hit thumbs up, donate if you like, whatever you want to do. It does make a difference for any streamer that's doing it. So please go do that. With that, we're going to call this one done. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in about 30 minutes for GAC on Twitch. It's going to be good, man. Our defense thing, you're going to be very, 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 very happy. But with that, everyone have a great rest of your day. We'll go do GAC, and then we'll take it from there. So peace out. Love you guys, and we will see you soon.
With the full speed.